How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and today I'm back with another Legend Lost Sector guide during the dawning event for Destiny 2. The reason I'm revisiting some of these Legend Lost Sectors this season is because they are excellent Essence of Dawning farms. Outside of the Dreaming City Lost Sectors, Perdition is one of the fastest ones to farm. So if you want a way to quickly farm Essence of Dawning, and you want a chance at exotics and enhancement cores, the Perdition Legend Lost Sector is an excellent one to farm. So I'm going to start by going over my loadout, but before I do that, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, first thing, I want to start off by going over my subclass and exotic choice for each class. On my Warlock, I went with Middle Tree Stormcaller, paired with Geomag Stabilizers. Then for my Titan run, I went with Middle Tree Striker and cuirass of the Falling Star. And lastly, for my Hunter run, I went with Bottom Tree Arcstrider and I paired that with Raiden Flux. Next up, I want to go over my weapon choices. In my kinetic slot, I'm using Witherhoard. If you don't have Witherhoard, you could swap this out for a grenade launcher with Blinding Grenades. In my energy slot, I went with the Shadow Price Arc Auto Rifle, and this does get a 50% damage boost because of Arc Burn in this Legend Lost Sector. Alternatively, if you don't have Shadow Price, you could always use something like Sorrow's Verse or Arc Logic. Then in my heavy slot, I decided to go with an Arc Sword. On my Warlock run, I'm using the new Hero of Ages sword. On my Titan run, I use Half Truths. And on my Hunter run, I use Bequest. The only reason I'm using a different sword on each class is to show you that each Arc Sword is equally as effective. And lastly, for my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Also, my armor mods are roughly the same on all three classes, so I'm just going to show them to you once. And that is it for my setup in this video. I will be including a run for all three classes with live commentary. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so to start this Lost Sector, I'm going to go ahead and take out the Harpy right down to my right there. Put Witherhoard on these three Harpies here, and then immediately go for the Hydra. And in that case, I was able to take the Hydra out. Now I can go for some of the other Harpies around the area. And we want to try to lure this Minotaur over here. And it looks like some of the enemies up here are already spawning. That's alright. Let me go ahead and take care of that. And now that these enemies are cleared out, we can move on to the next area. So you can see I'm utilizing my sword quite a bit. I'm going to try to lure this overload over to me. Place some Witherhoard there on the Fanatics. I'm going to wait for my sword to recharge a little bit here. Now I'm going to rush up here. Do a few light attacks and then a heavy attack. And I almost did die there. You may want to back away a little bit sooner than that. Since I do have my super, I'm going to go ahead and use it to take out the two Wyverns. And maybe even this Minotaur here. I didn't quite get that second Wyvern. Now I did. And now I should just have a barrier champion left to deal with. And that barrier champion is down, so I can go for the boss fight. To do that, I'm going to head right to the back of the room. I'm going to sneak around the corner if I'm almost dead. And the boss is down, so I can grab the chest. So instead of using your super for the Wyverns and that Minotaur before, you can always save it for the boss fight. You'll just have to take those Wyverns and the Minotaur out by other means. Now I'm going to show you a full run on a Titan and a Hunter as well. Alright, so this run isn't going to differ a whole lot from my Warlock run. I took out that first Harpy. I'm going to try to take out this group over there. And then immediately go for the Hydra. I'm going to clear out some more Harpies while I try to wait for the Minotaur to push over here. If it even does. If it doesn't, I guess I'll go to it. Since the snowballs are here, I might as well use them. And now we can move on to the next area. So right away I'm going to place a Wither Horde there, take out one of the goblins to my right, then go for the overload when it pushes. And I'm going to wait for my sword to recharge just a little bit here. And immediately I'm going to go for the barrier champion up here. See if I can get a Wither Horde shot there on the Wyvern. And we have a barrier champion to deal with here. After that barrier champion is down and all the other enemies are down, we can go straight for the boss, and I can simply use Thunder Crash, and we're done with the Lost Sector. And that's all there is to my Titan run. Now I'm going to show you a run on a hunter. And as promised, I'm going to finish off the video with a run on a hunter. So I'm going to clear the harpies out here like usual. We have the Minotaur on its way. The overload is down. Again, since the snowballs are here, we might as well use them. Off to the next room we go. Wither Horde, go for the goblin off to the right. Unfortunately, the overload showed up first. Alright, I'm going to let my sword recharge and head up for the barrier champion. Sneak around the back here. Try to clear out some goblins while I wait for this Minotaur to make its way over here. We have one more Wyvern left. Alright, let's go for the barrier now. Unfortunately, I should have done one more light attack there. Now we can head off to the boss fight. I'm going to pop my super right away. And the boss is down and we can head for the chest. And there we have it. That was a platinum completion of the Perdition Legend Lost Sector on all three classes. Now with enough practice, you can get this down to about 2 to 2.5 minutes per run, which makes this an excellent way to farm Essence of Dawning. In addition to that, you'll have a chance at some enhancement cores, and if you're solo, you'll have a chance to get some exotics. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.